Welcome in, early heads, and thank you, Amazon. Thank you very, very much for the 17 months. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Made you say I love Amazon, motherfucker. Oh yeah, Axel, yeah. Thank you, Krusty Pickle. Thank you very much. Welcome, motherfucking in, boys, girls, and NBs. It is the 28th of March. It's a motherfucking Saturday, baby. It's an actual weekend. I don't have to give you excuses to drink. You have the ultimate one right in front of you. Checkers, yes, this is my Croatian mask. I really needed to breathe today. I'm kind of sick, so I have a mouth mask. I've had mouth masks like 1,000 times. I just stay away from using them because when you wear them and you drink and you eat, it ends up fucking up all around, and then you look like you look disgusting, right? What's up? Yesterday we had a gaming stream. It was chill. I was tired. I'm tired again. Today I spent like 7 hours working on oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm short-circuiting, dude. I'm short-circuiting so hard. On the reaction pod, you will have the Hassan episode out right after the stream. So I will send you to listen to that. It's a nice conversation. And for those of you with shorter attention spans, we will be releasing highlights, 3 to 4 highlights of every guest episode so that, you TikTok-brained iPad children can also enjoy something. Welcome in. The world war is getting more global. Yemen has apparently struck the Israelis for the first time since the beginning of this conflict. We're going to be covering that. We're going to be covering the Cpac reaction. Please, Cuphead, if we don't have it, some funny interviews from Cpac where they're asking people at Cpac about whether they support Trump and the war or not. That would be nice to have on the playlist. And yeah, it's going to be war coverage and it's going to be Cpac coverage. Also, there's a new clavicular interview done by a problematic interviewer, but nonetheless, it would be interesting to check out. Infinite patience that you allow children in your community. What? What? Your old children. Mr. Yugopnik, I have a new song. We can open a stream sometimes with this banger. What is it? I ain't gay. I mean, but I can't play that. Okay. What is it? Let me see.
I ain't gay, but I do gay stuff.
Classic.
Like fucking dudes in the back of my truck.
This is an eternal class. This is old, mate. You're too old, man. You're too old. Did this reach Instagram Reels finally? And that's how you found it? Or YouTube Shorts? You ancient motherfucker out here, 130 years old. Just found out.
A little ass slap don't mean I'm queer.
So Unc, God bless.
I just suck some dick when I drink my beer.
I just suck some dick when I drink my beer. Anyways, those of you who do not know about the Reaction Pod, Are You Living Under the Rock? It's the most popular new show in town. Everybody's talking about it. They are saying that it is absolutely magnificent and incredible! Exclamation point reaction. Go and check it out. Now a very big 2-hour episode that's probably going to cause a lot of stir, but I don't give a shit. I want to swim in right-wing sweat, okay? That actually does not sound that fun. It does not sound that fun. Okay, today is our last stream of the week, so you have a very difficult task in front of you monetarily as well. We are at 17 out of 30 weekly taxpayers. I gotta get 13 Western taxpayers in this motherfucker, okay? We gotta hit that, okay? We have to hit that. Otherwise, I become very sad and then I quit. I'm kidding, of course not, but I do become very sad. My mother asks me, "Yo, did you reach the weekly tax payments?" And when I say no, she's like, "You are not my son. I can no longer brag about you being an incredible Twitch success to our neighbors, for you have not succeeded in hitting the weekly tax count." Okay? She's like, in our neighborhood, there's 12 other Twitch streamers, and they never reach 30 weekly Western taxpayers. But you do. That is why I am proud to be your mother. Thank you for the 5 months, my friend. I am from Israel. This is my art. Oh my God, this is incredible. Okay, so throughout the stream, pay your taxes respectfully. Let's finish out this week really well. We already hit 5K. We can easily go back to it. Songs for redemption. Uplifting Passover song. Freedom song. Oh my God.
Spring wind moving through the night, carrying prayers and ancient light. In Persia's shadow we Jews stood alone, but heaven answered from the Persian's throne. One brave Persian king's voice broke in the night, and chains turned into songs of light. When Nissan passed over,
I fucking love Nissan. They are nice cars. Is Nissan Israeli? Oh, Hano, thank you for continuing your sub, baby. Let's fucking go. Make it stop. Nissan Al Gaib. Hugo Tito would have disowned you. Why? Because I would mog him. I would frame mog Tito. Good for the reaction podcast to platform small leftist creators like Hassan. Yeah. Like it's very problematic. You know, he's very problematic. At first, I was concerned that we might get some flack for hosting such a radical communist on our proud liberal centrist new podcast. But I was convinced by one of my co-hosts, the most radical communist on the planet, Mike from PA. How much racism did he do? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. He called for the eternal extermination of the Kurds 3 times only. Literally, Dr. Jihad, Zins left not 24 months, let's go. Is this from the Shaw fan club or the Zionist cult? I think they have incestoid sex, and like all the content that they make is born out of that strange relationship, baby. Anyways, welcome to our first segment of the day, which for those of you who are new is covering everything that has happened in the last 24 to 48 hours so that everybody here can be on the same page when it comes to the rest of the stuff that we're going to cover. This is created by my lovely producer, who you also indirectly pay when you support the show, because a percentage goes to her as well. Now, let us start the recap of the motherfucking day. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Okay. 28th of March. Uncircumcised, uncompromised, intact, and ready to react. Oh my God, Cuphead, I fucking love you. You're so weird. You're such a strange human being. It's incredible. Iran war day 29. Remember when it was supposed to finish in 1 week? From Daily Yang, we have Ansarallah enters war, fires missiles. Yes, they put the missiles in a file and they sent them to Israel, claimed to be intercepted. Farce, U.S.-Israeli strikes have now killed 3,389 in Iran, according to Hrana. U.S. CENTCOM, 303 soldiers have been injured, 12 today, 2 critically, in strike on U.S. Saudi base. Rest in peace, said nobody. Al Jazeera, Iran attack on Israel injures at least 5, according to Zionist-owned media. Farce, 350 ships waiting permission to transit the HORMUZ. Traffic dropped 97% since 28th of February. You saved yourself with the HORMUZ. No, that's good. I was angry, but now I'm no longer angry. HORMUZ is actually 10 out of 10. Al Jazeera, Qatar-Ukraine signed deal focused on anti-missile, anti-drone systems. In other news, non-war related, but probably indirectly kind of war related. What the fuck did he really? Oh, Jesus, man. Oh, God. Golf great Tiger Woods arrested on suspicion of DUI and 2-vehicle rollover crash. No injuries reported. Why do you drink and drive? Why do you drink and drive? Why do you drink and drive? The only acceptable answer is there is no good infrastructure in my city for public transportation, and Ubers cost too much. Okay, you're still an idiot if you still drink and drive, but yes, it is kind of the system's fault. But in this case, you're a multi-millionaire. Like, you're a absurdly wealthy guy. I think you can afford even a driver. Why not pay a guy some extra money? Like why just hire a driver? Hire a driver, or I don't know, maybe use Uber. It's not that deep, bro. But yeah. And he looks smashed. He looks like he had so much to drink. What is happening with this camera? What are you doing? Why am I so white? Why am I blessed by the angels? What is going on? What are we doing over here? Why am I so white? Look at this. What the fuck? Jesus, please. I know you'll like me, but chill out. Come on. Let's be chill, Jesus. We can't make him jealous, Jesus. Jesus, don't make him jealous. No, Jesus. Don't make him jealous. No, seriously, what the fuck? Great camera issues. I love it. Okay, let's pray it fixes. Oh, there you go. Jesus no longer making you jealous. No longer making you jealous. You go going, Yakubian ascension. Yakubian ascension. I am blessed by Jakub. Okay. NW. English Wikipedia bans AI-generated articles with exceptions for translations. Al Jazeera, 2 missing Cuba-bound aid boats found safe, continuing their journey to Cuba. Pardon me. CGTN, Trump rebukes NATO Article 5. I guess we don't need to be there for NATO. JD Pondon, we pray to you and you deliver. Dudum dum dudum. It's incredible. I start a war. My allies go like, yo, bro, what the fuck? We don't want to do anything with this. Then I reply by saying, yo, that war that you guys have that I also really, really liked, I actually didn't do it because I liked it. I did it to protect you. So you got to come help me now, okay? Everything I do is in your interests, and nothing you do is ever in my interests. The relationship between the American bull and the European cuckold, okay? He also said you can ask sex questions before the Q&A. What? What the fuck? Desi McFatbot, brate. CBS. Arctic sea ice hits the lowest winter level ever recorded. That's great. That's great news. That's great news. That's probably a good thing, right? That's probably a good thing. It has to be a good thing, right, chat? It has to be a good thing. It's a good thing, right? Like ice. Why? Like waste of water. Why should it all stay there? Like when it melts, we now have more water to put into AI servers. Okay. This is a good thing. This is actually a good thing. Okay. Don't be like you should be water pilled, not ice pilled. Okay. CNN, Portugal's Catholic Church to pay $1.6 million to 57 sexual abuse victims. And now we come to our game. The only time during this show where you can actually use your channel points and show just how knowledgeable you are of the orange man's brain. Here we have 2 tweets. One of them is not true, aka has not been said by Donald Trump himself. You have to guess which one. Number 1, as per Iranian government request, please let this statement serve to represent that I am pausing the period of energy plant destruction by 10 days to Monday, April 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Talks are ongoing, and despite erroneous statements to the contrary by the fake news media and others, they are going very well. Okay, number 1. Number 2, going to make a big speech on economics in Miami. Our military operation in Iran is going great. Oh my God, this is an amazing tweet. I really hope that one's from him, because that one is amazing. That one is amazing. Thank you to everyone for their streaks. Very, very, I love your streaking. I love how big and long your streaking is. And number 3, also known as C, is our economy is the best it has been in over 50 years. We have the lowest rates of unemployment and inflation ever under Sleepy Joe and Crazy Kamabla. Those numbers were very bad, but we fixed them, okay? So, you vote for the one that you believe is not true. A lot of money in this game. Holy Mother of God. C is leading with 69,000. B with 54,000. And nobody fucking thinks that A is fake. I mean, A looks fake as fuck to me. I don't know the answer to this. I'm playing it with you. And you guys usually make a mistake. Like, no joke, A looks... I mean... He does say thank you for your attention on this matter, which is extremely Trump-coded. But like everything else in it is so weird. I don't think he would ever talk about pausing energy plant destructions. You know, he would phrase it some other way. You guys think it's B? B is fake? Come on, B sounds so good. Going to make big speech. And C? What the fuck? Kamabla? C is fake. Get your points. Congratulations to the big dick motherfuckers that voted C. Congratulations, Afghan nation. Give me 1 second. Bravo. Of course, my nose has started going fucking runny when I wear this mask, so now it can leak into my mustache. By the way, like my mustache looks so ginger on this light. Am I a ginger secretly? That's a red. I don't have. It's not this fucking yellow. I swear I'm not blonde. I swear I'm not a Yakubian soldier. Very strange. Very strange. Okay, congratulations. Congratulations. But also over here. You be Chad with a black mustache. But no, mine is like multicolor. Shows my Irish heritage, okay? Shows how crazy mixed my ass is, dude. Go back to the IRA. And with that, we conclude the section. What the fuck? Oh no, we've been transported into the screen. That's funny. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Say thank you very much, Cuphead. You are very cool and nice and smart for making these segments. And also thank you, Gopnik, for delivering them so brilliantly, okay?
Everybody very much, and I'm asked to take a few questions, and unlike other politicians, they would like the questions screened. I don't ask for screening of the questions. You can ask me anything you want. You can talk sex, you can do whatever the hell you want. I'm here for you. Thank everybody very much, and I'm asked to take a few questions.
I love this so much. I love this so much. I went viral with a very stupid post. Like, it's always a dumb post that goes viral. Can't believe I'm close to 100,000 followers. It's fucking whack. So I saw this picture. So imagine me, like, I even got in a fight. It doesn't matter. Imagine me, like, semi-zoinked out, looking at my phone, and I look at this, and I'm like, this is a cock. Like, this is a cock. This is absolutely a cock. And then I write, imagine being a Chinese intelligence officer whose job is to contextualize why the White House posted a pixelated cock on Maine as the global economy takes a dive. Pretty mid-tweet, but did relatively well, 2.4 million views. Not bad. Not bad. The White House account might be an ARG. I don't want to scroll because it is Twitter, but I really loved some of the comments because it was basically a bunch of MAGA heads that did not understand the joke. Like, not at all. They were like, what is he talking about? That is not a penis. And I'm like, oh my God, I know it's not a penis. That's the point of the joke, that they didn't review it long enough. Like, nobody in a room of 12 interns was like, guys, does that look like a cock? Oh my God, that's the point of the joke. Oh my God, oh please, oh Lord, oh God, oh God, oh Lord. Okay, anyways, sorry, I wanted to fucking. Grok, is this true? Literally, a guy writes, Grok, what does he mean? Yeah, there you go. Grok, what's he referring to? And then Grok, my comrade Grok, says he's referring to the White House's recent tweet, a heavily pixelated image that due to the low resolution looks exactly like a dick. But I love this. I've never seen this being done. I've never seen this being done before. I might steal it. I might steal this. Are you stupid or disabled? Is fucking funny. I do not care. Are you stupid or disabled? Is 10 out of 10. Oh, it's pretty funny. Pickle. Wait, what the fuck? When did they write pickle? I don't remember that. 27th of March, 4:15 a.m. What the fuck? Hugo, what the fuck is wrong? What? Man, I fuck. Seriously, I didn't even see this. Oh, God. Elaborate on that. Bomb dropping or sandwich ingredient? Whoa, really? Pizzcle. A pickleball. Why? Pickle $7,000. What the fuck was I thinking? I swear on my mother, I do not remember writing this tweet. Holy fucking shit. I do not remember writing this. 4:15 a.m. Wait, what the fuck was I doing at 4:15? Let me check my calendar. So this was the 26th to the 27th. So Thursday to Friday. Yeah, I was out. Yeah, fuck. Okay. Yeah, but we're keeping it. I'm not ashamed of my pickle, if you know what I mean. This pickle thoughts. I think I was eating a pickle. I was at home at around 4 a.m. and I got, the munchies and I went into the fridge and I started attacking a jar of pickles. And I was browsing Twitter, and probably in my 4 a.m. brain, it sounded really funny for me to just tweet out pickle. Okay? Pickle. Pickle. I've seen that one, Kubashi, before we watched it. Okay, let's start out with the news. Biggest news right now is, of course, our friends from the Houthis joining this conflict. Okay, Ross list. One moment. Jedan moment, bratan. Where is you be? There you is.
The Houthi movement in Yemen has attacked Israel for the first time since the start of the war on Iran. The Israeli military said the missile had triggered sirens in and around the southern city of Beersheba, but there were no reports of casualties after the missile was intercepted. The group, which is backed by Tehran, had said that it would enter the conflict if attacks against Iran continued. Our correspondent James Waterhouse has the latest from Jerusalem.
Well, the Israelis are saying they've detected the first missile launched by Houthi rebels south of here from Yemen. The Houthis are a proxy force of Iran. They're an ally of Iran, and they have threatened to get involved in this war if Israel, alongside the US, keep hitting sites.
Lele Tilly Trills, thank you very much. As we hit the 30th minute, I must grift, and I must remind you to support the show, for we use no sponsors, for we have no ads, for we are fully crowd-funded by the beautiful chat soldiers of chat. Very, very English language today. Thanks to oilers such as yourself, I can do other projects such as start the Reaction podcast. I can better this show. I can pay my producer, and you can feel like an elite member of upper echelons of society by being a subscriber. Also, you get discounts on theprogramshop.com, and more importantly, if we reach targets, you can gamble, which is great because gambling is extremely fun, and I have devised a way to make gambling ethical and non-TOS breaking on this platform. No other channel gives you this many benefits for oiling, or for subscribing individually, or using your Prime. And final, pay your motherfucking taxes, okay? This is the great bar of Ugopnik, and there is an entrance fee, and it's not a lot. Okay, it's a lot for Westerners, but that doesn't count, you know. The children of Yaqub must pay compensation. How does the system work? If you write ! tax, we proudly do reverse apartheid here. If you're from the developing world, you owe me 5 subs, okay? You give those 5 subs, you embarrass the Westerners, make them feel like broke-ass bitch boys. Very good feeling, okay? If you are from the West, we will say white chatter, Oiler lives matter, or whatever, if you pay your proper 20, or your 10 if you're a minority in the West. There you go. Literally, that's the hierarchy thing that we do here. We do it. It's fun. It's fun, actually. Thank you, Stubbed Pinky Toes, for the 2-month streak. There you go. Trills and Pinky Toes are paying their taxes, and you are not. Kevin or Bob or Chad or Timmy from the West, okay? Lele, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my God! You see, outwomaned like always. Outwomaned by, and whenever I do get Western taxes, it's never just a fucking straight cis white guy, right? Almost never. The least amount of money that this channel gets is from just white dudes. That's why I need white dudes to amp their fucking game. Thank you for a first Western taxpayer, Anaconda. Slavic comrade from the West. Thank you, Fly Pfeiffer, as well, for the gift. Okay, now a train is hyping. It's gonna, let's make it big so it can pass through my HORMUZ. Okay, the HORMUZ is clogged. We need to open that shit up. Terrible Clark, let's go. Not very terrible. You're very kind. You're kind Clark. We called him Kind Rich Clark. Thank you, Clark, you beautiful son of a bitch. Are you also a white boy? I need me one white boy. I need me one white boy because when the allegations come from the right that I am a racist against Western whites, I can say I am not. I have a white friend. I love them actually. I love white people. You missed 50 subs? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god! What the fuck, Mobius, you son of a bitch! Thank you, Mobius, you crazy cocksucker. Oh my god! Thank you. I can't believe I just missed 50. There you go. When a streamer gets over 4,000 subs, he becomes cocky. He's like, what's 50 subs? I shouldn't even notice. I shouldn't even say. Cuphead, please do a gender survey of my Oilers. I want a gender survey of my Oilers. I want to see who's holding up half the sky. DJ Sake Bomb, thank you for the 10. Another Western taxpayer. One of the best names on this motherfucker. Chris Liquor Anarchist. That's a crazy name. I love it. Thank you as well. Terrible Clark, I already mentioned. Thank you, Chris Liquor Anarchist, for joining the community as well. You guys are basado. Very, very basado from the ambasado of based country. Okay, basado cantriano. Was it 23? No, it was it's supposed to be 22. Lele, paint the chat purple, my Hormuzi. Oh, you're opening my Hormuzi. Oh, Lele. The Hormuzi, oh Jesus, that train is big. It's opening all the Hormuzis. Lele. It's NBs and women. I don't need a fucking survey. Of good. God bless. I just wanna do some, male hatred here, right? Because I'm sure, if one of you taxpayers is you guy, Green Bass guy, you legendary motherfucker, regular size Jesse. You know that when they say they're regular size, they're never regular size. They're bigger than regular size. Thank you very much for the 10. And the Boring House, a developing world taxpayer as well. Absolutely fucking based. Absolutely based. So now we are at 7 for daily. Jesus. We're starting out today's stream really strong. You guys are very happy today. Very happy. You really want to go through that Hormuzi of mine real good, Humble regular size. Turns out has biggest hog of all time. We have a general population gender poll. We do we? Okay, and Prince now has to come and be like, no, I will just fucking go insane. What the fuck? Thank you, you crazy son of a bitch. Thank you, King Gold Prince. Welcome in. My Hormuzi at this point is just fucking ruined forever. I will never be able to take normal boats up that Hormuzi. This train has changed it completely. Red Edge Planet, thank you for the 5. Why are there so many subs? I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind it. I love it. Apparently, you like the checkered thing. Is there like a discount or something? You like the checkered thing? There is a discount. Hey, you know a good deal when you see one, don't you? Red Edge Planet, thank you for the 5 as well. Wow, Hormuzi absolutely dripping. Absolutely dripping this Hormuzi. Damn, you guys are really into Hormuzing, okay? Really Hormuzing the shit out of it, yes. If you're among the top 10%, you must oil the stream. Absolutely. Reverse apartheid 24/7. There's, what did I want to say? Yeah, we on this channel, we are very successful when it comes to hype trains. I think one of our top hype trains, can somebody check how much it was? It was an incredible amount. It was so much. It was 20 or something. Record is 23. How many channels you been at where the record is 23? Not a lot. How many channels that are run by a masked Slavic man that screams at you and is intoxicated half of the time about politics from a Marxian perspective? How many places like that have you seen that have fucking 4,000 plus subscribers? Only hamburger. Oh,
Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac, Whopper,
Pray with
Whopper,
me.
Whopper,
Pray with me, my
Whopper,
sons.
hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, Big Mac, Whopper.
Oh, God. Oh, I love that sound. I love that sound. Level 14. Oh, fucking beautiful. Yeah, baby. Oof. That's the best. That is the best, like, high subscription count sound also on the entire platform. Just 10 more levels, guys. 10 more levels, and my Hormuzi might forget all about my X train and just always think about you, you know? My Hormuzi be like, you know, you're good. 14 is good, but my X, level 23 hype train, you know, 14 is still very impressive, but at 23, I will never forget that 23. So, you know, all trains compete with each other for the Hormuz. Might have to get a beer. You absolutely should. It's a Saturday. Be a degenerate. Okay, now actual news. Let's continue. Thank you very much for all the Oilers. That doesn't mean you should stop. My Hormuzi is never satisfied, but still, thank you. Let's go.
In Iran. Now, typically, I mean, this missile detected, we understand, was intercepted. Typically, missiles launched from Yemen don't cause the Israelis too many problems, but what they have done in the past is target commercial ships in the Red Sea, which is also a vital shipping lane where oil and gas is transported, among other things. And so if that was to happen, that would worsen an already pretty desperate situation when it comes to global trade.
James Waterhouse in Jerusalem. Professor Lena Khatib is an associate fellow in the Middle East and North Africa programme at Chatham House. She explains.
Thank you, Anya Conda, very much. 45 seconds of hype train. Left, make that shit chew, motherfucking chew. Oh my God. Prince. Come on. Prince. You sound like you really like the Hormuzi, man. You really like that Hormuzi, dude. Thank you very much. Everybody, W for Prince. He now officially outdid. They're competing. They always compete in this chat, dude. They always compete, my beautiful degenerates. Mobius Loop was leading with 50, but now basically you did 55. You did a 35 and 20, and I'll count you as another taxpayer. I don't give a shit. Thank you, Prince. It's very nice to see you. You're probably busy. I haven't seen you in like a week. And it's very noticeable when Prince is not here because, well, the color of the chat doesn't turn as purple. The Hormuzi adapts to fit the number of tankers required. I mean, we're listening to the news. The Hormuzi might get even more tightened because of the Houthis, okay? The Houthi trap lords are Hormuziing the shit out of it. Anya Conda wants to compete now. Throwing money at me like I'm a stripper. Ooh, yeah. Should I do a 360 for you, baby? Yeah. Thank you very much, Anaconda. And, oh, my God, we entered Gamba. You guys are psychopaths. We have entered Gamba. Anaconda is the first person that can Gamba. We will Gamba. Remember, I'll fuck it. I'll do the Gamba now. But we'll lose half of chat when we do it. But it is a hype train, so fuck it. Jesus. You fucking Oilers always derail my stream. And I'm not complaining. You guys just fucking completely off me. Murdered the shit out of me, okay? I don't think so. Of course, I don't think so. No one wants to Gamba. I don't think so. Just waited so that they can fucking spin later. Of course they fucking waited. For those of you who are new here and you're like, what the fuck? I thought this was a communist stream. Why are you playing roulette? It's easy. It's easy because this is the ethical socialist roulette where you punish the streamer by winning against them and you potentially double the number of subs that you donate to chat, okay? Let me do the two of you and then we'll have a small pause and do the Gamba with the rest of the Oilers later. So let's start out with Anaconda. Would you like to gamble? Oh my God. Would you like to gamble or is it just a donation? And if you would, please tell us what you would like to put your 20 on. And then 20 on odd. The lady puts 20 on odd. 20, 20, 20, baby. 20 on odd. 20 on motherfucking odd. Let me set the mood. One moment, ladies, gentlemen, and enemies. Jesus, too many crazy hamburgers, dude. Welcome to the Yugopnik Casino, the only communist, red, and ethical casino experience on the planet, and especially on Twitch. TOS ain't got nothing on me. 20 on odd by Anaconda. And we spin. 20 on odd, going once. 20 on odd, going twice. 20 on odd, going 3 times. And unfortunately, a person who was called by some the unluckiest gambler in motherfucking Yugopnik Casino, Anaconda loses yet again. Next, I don't think so, the second unluckiest gambler in this community. What would you like to put your money on? I don't think so. What would you like to put your money on? It's literally socialist gambling because it's about redistributing subscriptions to everyone. And if the system doesn't, if the game doesn't work, then the system takes the damage. The system is me in this case and my debit card, right? So it's unironically from each according to their ability to each according to their need. But we have extra surplus resources. So how do you decide where the extra surplus resources go? How? Through Gamba! Ethical socialist Gamba, which is exactly what we are doing. Jesus, Ufigi, I think Ufigi wants to vote on something. The gender poll. He vote black. I don't think so. Puts everything on Bala Atsaka. 20 on black. 20 on black. Let us spin and see where destiny leads us. 20 on black going once. 20 on black going twice.
14,
oh my God,
even.
Yugopnik still got it. Eat my ass! Yeah. Oh, going harder than Limp Bizkit in 1997, playing on top of the 9/11 towers. Isn't it crazy how we now call them the 9/11 towers? At least I do. It's like, oh, those are the 9/11 towers. It's not the Twin Towers. It's the towers that went boom shakalaka boom. Okay, very good, very nice. Very good, very nice. Cuphead and other mods, please record whenever somebody wants to Gamba what they want to Gamba on, and we'll return to Gamba shortly. Now let's get back to the news. The Houthis are entering the war, and the HORMUZ is getting tighter than ever.
It's the significance of Israel saying it's intercepted a missile fired from Yemen.
This is pretty much the last proxy that Iran had not activated and now has finally activated. Hezbollah, which is the main one, has been involved in this war. Some of the militias backed by Iran in Iraq have been involved in this war. The Houthis were waiting for Iran to tell.
Very balls, I fucking hate Israel. No, in this chat, we love Israel. Israel is very good. We love Israel. We love Israel and circumcision. These are two favorite things in this chat. The Israeli military said it had killed on Saturday a member of an elite unit of Hezbollah who worked as a journalist for Al-Manar television network. The military targeted and eliminated Ali Shuaib, it said in a statement. Em Israel Chai, Em Israel Chai.
Them when to intervene. And
thank you for the very long hype train. Thank you very much. My HORMUZ is satisfied. My HORMUZ is satisfied and can now unclench and relax, okay? You will all get your treats. Prices will go back down. The HORMUZ has been filled to the brim. Am Yisrael Bai. Oh my God, you guys are going to get me banned.
their intervention, in my view, shows that Iran is basically running out of pressure tools vis-a-vis the US and Israel's attacks.
Oh, okay. Another party joining to support the Iranian war of defense against the United States is actually a red flag, according to BBC News. Okay? Them joining is actually means that Iran is losing. That's what it means. Them joining means that Iran is losing. Yeah.
Pakistan also saying that it's going to host talks on Monday with Turkey, Saudi Arabia and Egypt. How important is that group of countries in this process?
The countries involved, Pakistan, Egypt, and Turkey, all have very good communication channels with the Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, which obviously is the decision maker in the war on the Iranian side. So they can play a very important interlocutor and negotiating role. And let's not forget that most likely this war is not going to be settled through negotiations at this stage. However, it is important to always have a negotiation channel open, because most wars basically end that way further down the line. So it is good for those countries to be publicly announcing this, and also having Saudi Arabia there is important because Pakistan and Saudi Arabia have also agreed on a security arrangement between the two countries. So this places Pakistan well to be able to play this role.
Okay, very mid questions. What is this? Trump admits socialism works. I love socialism. Lenin. Have you heard about that guy? Lenin. They love him in Russia. Lenin. He was a scary guy, a strong guy. I like him very much. There's like an ancient interview in which Trump like glazes the Soviets, but he doesn't glaze them because of a socialized economy and stuff. He kind of glazes them because they have like a hardcore police force and like a very strong army. The most fucking basic chud. I love this man. By love, I mean hate, but you get my point. I have to say I respect China because it's incredible. Let's listen to the gentleman. Let's listen to. I love socialism. When I started this job, everybody told me we have to do capitalism. But I was like, the numbers are going down. This economy isn't good. In socialism, I can build as many buildings as I want.
President, the world is entering in a new economic era. Who do you think are the winners and who do you think will be the losers?
Are you talking about as nations?
Yes?
Well,
Or sectors?
The United States right now is the hottest country anywhere in the world. By far. And we've done it very quickly because we have a good system. Now, it's somewhat radicalized because the Democrats are really holding us back, and you better hope they don't get in because they'll destroy a lot of what we've built. But right now, the United States, as the king, future king of Saudi Arabia said, we're the hottest country anywhere in the world.
I love how he's talking like it's a stock, or it's a new fashion trend, dude. Gucci is the hottest brand right now. The fall, spring, no, what's it called? Fall winter collection is so hot. Okay, it's flying off the shelves.
I must say, I respect
It's hot because it's burning down.
China greatly because it's amazing that with a system that in theory shouldn't work, you know, we go to school and we go to the best business schools and we do well in those schools.
Oh my God! It's
and we
incredible.
read about free entrepreneurship and we read about all of these different things. But you look at China, how well they do, how well they manufacture. I mean, they manufacture cars so many that they actually have a contest for who can manufacture the least cars because they have so many cars. You have to have great respect for China for the job they do. Like them or not like them, you have to respect them.
He can't help but respect a winner, okay? He will kill you, but he will respect you. Like, no joke. That's everybody said it by now. It's such a cliche analysis of Trump, but it's a correct one. He just likes winners. He cannot help himself. He really, really, really cannot help himself. And that's to an extent like, you know, narcissistic disorder on steroids, where you make everything about yourself so much and you think that you are a winner. So whenever you see another winner, you kind of go like, they're like me, right? They're like me. So you see yourself in them. And because you love yourself so much and they are like you, you love them. Not because you love them, but because you love the mirror that they represent and cast back at you, you know? Donald Trump only likes winners. It's why Zoran has stuck up with him and why people like Cruz do not. Absolutely. It's true. It's true. An association effect. Yes. Yes. There's also a particular thing that develops in your mind when you're part of such like a tiny, small, elite clique, which is you can't really relate to anyone and you understand that almost nobody can relate to you. So even if someone is an eternal enemy, right, you still nonetheless consider them more of a human being than you do the, plebeian masses that you look upon from your gilded cage atop, Mount New York, right? That's why, like, so many, like, historical biographers and so on, and, like, people that were in these, like, incredibly important meetings between generals and presidents of opposing sides, right? Even though, like, until yesterday, they cut each other's throats open. When they sit in a room and the way they address each other and the way that they talk to each other, all of a sudden takes up a very different tone, and the air in the room shifts because to an extent they are happy because they are finally in front of someone that they consider an equal. Some call that sportsmanship and honor. I just call that really thinking that your shit don't stink. But also some people's shit also don't stink. So when you hang out with them, you're like, yo, what's up, boys? Let's all take a shit together and see if it stinks. I'm great at allegories. Have you noticed? I am very good at them. They're always involve dicks or poop. And that's why you keep coming back.
What are you seeing in terms of potential new alignments that are not solely centred on the US relationship with the Middle East, but I'm thinking particularly about this deal of defence deal between Saudi Arabia and Ukraine?
Yes, what we have is a technology exchange, if we can call it that, between Ukraine and Saudi Arabia that has been chaperoned by the United States. This is the most direct link between the two theaters, Ukraine and the Middle East, because Ukraine has the capacity to intercept drones that it gained through its war, with Russia, with Russia's attacks on Ukraine. Ukraine had to develop its technology. And with Ukraine entering this conflict, we can look forward to hopefully a broader settlement, which involves Russia as well. I think we are seeing more and more countries come to be more aligned with the United States, and Russia, although many had expected it to perhaps jump to the rescue of Iran, has not actually done so because it does not want to antagonize the US. And the US is now bringing Ukraine into the picture, and the next move will be Russia's. And I expect that there's likely going to be an accommodation on part of Russia vis-a-vis the Ukrainian conflict.
Professor Lina Khatib.
Thank you, Chris Kpin, very much for the 5 gifties.
From Chatham House. Fighting has continued across the region overnight. People in the Iranian capital Tehran.
Rejection march. Don't even get me started. I was about to lose my shit. It's too early in the stream for me to be losing my shit. So I'm just not going to let that one slide.
Say there have been more heavy airstrikes after Israel announced it was carrying out fresh attacks. At the same time, Iranian media say a US or Israeli attack hit a residential building in the northwestern city of Zanjan, killing 5 civilians. In a separate development, an Iranian missile has reportedly hit a military base in Saudi Arabia, injuring 12 American soldiers. Officials told the BBC's US news partner CBS that some troops were seriously hurt at the Prince Sultan Air Base. More than 300 service members have been wounded in the war with Iran so far.
Yeah, oh my God, oh, so sad.
According to US Central Command.
Minute of silence, chat, minute of silence. May they rest in burger.
Most of them have reportedly now returned to duty. 13 US service members have been killed in the conflict. Our correspondent Katie Watson is in Doha with more on the strike on the base in Saudi Arabia.
Well, we know that at least 12 US soldiers were injured. We haven't got confirmation from the Pentagon, but it was an attack on an airbase, as well as the Saudi Ministry of Defense confirming that there was a ballistic missile intercepted. But that was just one of several.
In the name of the Son, the Father, and the Holy Burger, thank you for laying down your life for the eternal line. May it grow and grow and grow. We thank you, humble unnamed soldier, and donate 1,000 hamburgers to your children to keep them nice and warm at night while you rot in the ground. Dum dum dum. Battlefield 73. The Burger Wars. Dum dum dum.
Attacks in the region.
We will make our last stand at the Burger King. They must not take the last Burger King. This is a staple of our proud American culture. We must not let them pass. Israeli media reports that Yemen has attacked Israel at least twice in the past 24 hours. Yes, sir.
Region overnight. In Abu Dhabi, they've confirmed 6 have been injured by debris falling near Khalifa Port after a missile that was intercepted. In Kuwait, there was a drone attack on the airport, and that led to significant damage for the radar system.
The next reaction podcast episode will be up after the stream finishes. Okay.
In Bahrain as well.
So in 2 hours.
There were several
1 hour, 45 minutes, something like that. Okay. Oh, yeah.
alerts for people to stay in place and stay safe overnight. So clearly, across the Gulf, there are still significant.
This is the King of America. This is the King of America. Remember this guy? I was very proud of my thumbnail in this video that I made. I was very proud of the thumbnail because it's kind of meta. You kind of gotta know, the evolution of bigotry. We got a Neanderthal, then we got like a Venetian baron, and then we got the burger guy. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, in my opinion. Did you guys see like a new format that we're trying out over on First Thought that is now called a Loaf Channel? Check it out. It's cute. It's supposed to drive traffic to the Deprogram podcast. It's also fun to make. We want to try our hand at shit posting. Have you seen this?
Welcome back to The Loaf. In today's slice, America attacks Iran. As we speak, a fresh batch of bright-eyed and bushy-tailed recruits are waiting to get their birthright. PTSD and a Dodge Charger. Because if you rev loud enough, it drowns out the voices. Speaking of birthright, Israel attacked Iran from American bases using American equipment to hit American-made military infrastructure in Iran built by Shah Pahlavi. Shah Pillow was a CIA asset that took Reagan money to buy American weapons and the patented Israeli nose enlargening technology. Little did they know it would backfire, and Shah Pakistan achieved liftoff simply by sneezing, leaving behind a power vacuum and many tasty F-14s for the Israelis to target. But why is America attacking Iran? AIPAC has pulled out all the stops to convince American politicians to support their attack, using such devious tactics as bribing them with 3 nickels and a raspberry, and holding a delicious pie out the window.
Oh, God.
Others were allegedly honeypotted by literal children. U.S. armed forces have reported confusion upon arriving in Tel Aviv, as the brave soldiers of the IDF seem all to have traded their uniforms for diapers and bibs in an effort to increase child casualties in the conflict. Iran has retaliated by striking the very heart of the European economy, Dubai, a source of wealth for millions of Europeans.
Chat, this joke was made on this stream. And you guys even told me about what Dubai chocolate really means. So this one's you. Chat, this one's you. It's not me. This joke is you, okay? It's you. This one's purely you. Just listen.
To increase child casualties in the conflict. Iran has retaliated by striking the very heart of the European economy, Dubai, a source of wealth for millions of Europeans who regularly partake in Dubai chocolate, courtesy of billionaire Emiratis. Meanwhile, the ghost of Kiev has reappeared in the skies of Kuwait and done his anti-imperialist duty by shooting down the Suqa infidel American fighter jet.
I love this. This is very funny to me. This bit is so good.
The United States government has engaged in 5D chess by defeating their ultimate enemy, the American people. In a stroke of military brilliance, the Americans destroyed the global oil market while making sure they have nothing in their own stores, ensuring 6,000% inflation and more white children for the Epstein class. In the mysterious Orient, the Chinese are doing what they do best, nothing, which is seen as a severe provocation by the United States. The assistant
That was also my joke. I think, I mean, that was funny. I didn't get this one. This one was, Hakeem was like, just listen. It's still funny, but it's so niche. Like, it is so, like, left brain dead, you know?
Deputy for Marine Forestry in Sichuan province had this to say. Ah yes, geopolitics. Please visit our zoo. We have several tapirs. What will happen next? Regime change? Buc-ee's raising the price of their beaver nuggets? My Cpac handler signaling that I should stop talking before they cut my nugget rations and my foreskin.
Guess who did the foreskin joke, eh?
You tell us. That's today's slice. Now go spread some butter and listen to our podcast, the Deprogram.
That was funny. And then it has a deprogram part. So because this is impossible to monetize and make any money out of, we want to use it basically as a weekly shitpost segment that funnels people over to the show. Do you guys like it? I mean, we're gonna make it better. This was the first experimental episode, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Because we have like that 130,000 subscribers on that channel. We got to use it for something. 10 thumbs up. It's amazing. Just the beginning. It's fun. It's excellent. A great start. Thank you. Thank you. Without me, my foreskin is nothing. Without my foreskin, I am nothing. I love you. We love it, you beautiful degenerates. Thank you, my friend.
Concerns about the continuation of the war, but of course we've also heard from Yemen. The Houthis have confirmed that there was a barrage of missiles that they launched, and they have said that the operations will continue until aggression on all fronts ends, and that of course is the first time that we've seen that since the war began.
And that of course means that it raises the prospect of an even wider conflict than we're already seeing. Absolutely. I mean, the concern on the risks of that. What will that mean for the?
I like it, except the nose joke was borderline. Ask Hakeem about that one.
The Red Sea shipping route, of course, lots of discussion about the Strait of HORMUZ, where a fifth of the oil gets moved through that particular waterway. What this now means in terms of an escalation. Will we see more coming from Yemen? Will there be, will we see any repercussions coming from the US? It's still, I guess.
Oh yeah, another war. Exactly, let's go. Another one. I love more wars.
Missiles
fix the old wars.
And what goes now.
They should take Cuba as well. Just more war. I want war everywhere. I want you to war me so hard, dude. I want you to war me so fucking much. Oh my God, I'm gonna war so good, bro.
Quiet people here. Here in Qatar, a lot of people have already gone. People are trying to get back to some kind of normality, if that's even a word. But seeing these attacks across the Gulf every morning and learning exactly, where's been attacked and what that might mean, certainly is showing that this optimism coming from the US about a war ending in a matter of weeks is something that I think people.
Do you guys like dentists? Because I went to a dentist today. Turns out, now I'm gonna stereotype you. Got me. Women are better at capitalism than men. I go to a male dentist all the time. He's
Where
very
the fuck is
soft
this coming
spoken.
from?
He's very chill. And he's always like, this can kind of wait. Like, let's do this thing. Let's, what he calls caries turns out is very different than what his female colleague called caries. I was supposed to go to take care of one caries. He's not at work. He's sick. So she needs to do me, take care of my tooth. Apologies. And all of
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. That was freaky. My MacBook is so freaky. Freaky MacBook. Okay, let us continue. Self-watching.
We're on TV, please. We're on TV, please. Okay, we're on TV, please.
What are you serving it with?
We're on TV,
What-
please.
what-
We're on TV,
what- what are you-
please.
what are you
I'm not
serving it
accepting
with?
this.
What-
I'm not accepting it.
What are you,
We're on
what are you
TV,
trying to
please.
serve? Ma'am,
We're on TV, please.
Yeah.
We're on TV, please. Okay.
Mike Lindell was accosted by a woman saying she was serving him legal papers while he was being interviewed at the Conservative Political Action Conference. A chaotic on-camera moment.
This is like the TwitchCon conference debacle, but for old people.
That saw the MyPillow founder and conservative commentator try to dodge the delivery before tossing the documents aside. The unnamed woman interrupted Lindell while he was being interviewed at the
Yes,
gathering
it is
at
the pillows,
Grapevine,
man.
Texas, bursting on camera and telling him, "You've been served." Lindell initially resisted, saying, "We're on TV, please," and "I'm not accepting it," as the camera rolled. Interviewer Michael Casey of the O'Keefe Media Group, who posted the clip on X Thursday, repeatedly asked the woman the reason for serving the papers. Lindell eventually took them out of her hands, only to hurl them behind him seconds later. Deranged leftist interrupts my interview with the real Mike Lindell, trying to serve him court papers, Casey captioned the video. Mike Lindell's reaction was priceless. Details about the documents were not immediately known. The post has sought comment from Lindell. It wasn't clear whether the papers were connected to Lindell's.
Oh my God, this is incredible. Oh my God, they let him speak. Oh my God, sorry chat, we gotta check this out. Oh my God.
Thank you. I'm super excited to be here and to be able to speak to you guys today. And I'm not here to speak on behalf of Republicans nor Democrats. I'm here to speak on behalf of we the people. I think nowadays we can all agree that we all just want to live the American dream and have the best life possible. However, it feels that sometimes, actually a lot of times, non-controversial issues are becoming controversial inside of America. For instance, if you take a look at the idea of deporting illegal migrants, that word is illegal. That should not be controversial.
Woo!
Or
if it is illegal, it means it is bad. I am very much philosopher man.
the idea that showing your ID to vote has become controversial. That's not controversial either. The idea that fraud is bad
Oh my God, the claps are so low, dude.
has become controversial. How is that controversial? I know a little bit about fraud. I know.
Yeah, you defrauded half of the country by making them believe in a conspiracy theory, while you made millions of dollars probably from that, and became a mainstream conservative figure.
A little bit about Minnesota daycares as well. And it's crazy to think that we live in a world where somebody who exposes fraud can then be painted as the bad man from the politicians where he exposed the fraud. Shouldn't they be excited to know that the fraud is being exposed, because that's not a Republican dollar or a Democrat dollar, it's actually our dollars. I've never gotten a dollar bill that says right or red or blue or right or left. We all live inside of the same country, and we should all...
Man, they fucking hate him so much. Why is he doing centrism at Cpac? Oh my God, legend. Legend. He doesn't even know how to grift properly.
want the best for our country. And when
The
you
dollars, they're not left or right. They're just American.
see fraud inside of our country taking place at literally rampant levels. For instance, in Minnesota, there were programs like autism where you have 10,000% increases in the budget for autism. And this money then goes into the hands of fraudsters. How does...
The autists are taking all the money. Chat, is that why all my Oilers are autistic? Was that what you're funneling? Is there the autist mafia?
autist mafia coming to your town, taking your autism money. Yeah, there. We're the autist mafia. Gonna take your girl, gonna take your money, gonna take everything because we're autistic.
Iraqi special forces and the
Anyways, back to the news. I can't listen to more of that.
paramilitary group, the Popular
Autistic Sharia law, man.
Mobilization Force.
They get the autism check in the mail. How do they check you for autism, dude? I mean, I know how they check you for autism usually, but how do they check you for in the autism mafia? Like, what level of autism do you have to join the autism mafia? I want some autism money too, you know?
Now, not all members of the Popular Mobilization Force are aligned to Iran, but there are some elements that are factions, armed groups that follow the orders of Tehran. Cyril?
And so, Nicholas, you've explained that Iraq has been under attack by both sides of the conflict, groups that are aligned with Iran and by the United States. I wonder what the Iraqi government is saying and doing in all of this, and what your sense is of where this is headed in Iraq.
It's an awkward balance, or you know, the Iraqi government here in Baghdad are on a tightrope trying to balance this situation. They can't afford to turn their back on their biggest neighbor, Iran, nor can they afford to turn their back on the United States. Why? Well, because they have both economic security interests aligned with both countries. We talked about these Iraqi armed groups that are that have relationships with Iran.
Thank you, Planet Mushy. Thank you so much for the 5, baby. Let's go. Let's go paint the chop purple, baby. I got some sandwiches. You want a sandwich? Planet Mushy, do you want a sandwich? They're not bad. They're from earlier, so they're kind of cold now, but they'll be fine. Oh, and I got this. Funny name. Scovy17. Why is it not zooming? Zoom. Scovy17. COVID-17. COVID-19, Scovy17. It's very funny. And it's apparently a 12 out of 10. A 12. Why is it? It's a 12 out of 10. How is that possible? 12 out of 10. Spussy. I like spussy. Drink it. I mean, I will. You're not owning me, bruv. Where is this? Hot One's calling it the final jab. I mean, I love spicy. I mean, you want me to become one of those fucking Twitch streamers? There you go. There, yeah. There you go. See this? Of a 12 out of 10. I don't know how many Scovilles it is. Does it say? I don't fucking know. It doesn't say. All right, cheers. See? There you go. Mm-hmm. I do it. What the fuck are you talking? That's not tiny splash. Know how hot this is? It is very spicy. Oh yeah. Ooh, it's pussy. Very spoozy. Not even blinking, motherfucker. So good. So good. And now we got, ooh, it's fucking spicy. Woo! Very good. Now we got that white sauce. So this one, I don't know, it doesn't say how many Scovilles it is. It is habanero, naga, moruga, scorpion, and some other shit. 20-something million Scovilles or something. It's not the spiciest one I've had, not even fucking close. Not even in the top 10. But it's still spicy. Oh, the shits are going to be incredible later. Oh. Oh. Seven out of 10. Taste, spiciness, 5 out of 10. But you gotta pair spicy with hot. Wait, 1 second. So now, there's still a shit ton of spice in your mouth, right? Shit ton of. Very good. And you don't clench it with milk or with water. You take high-grade alcohol. Okay? And then very slowly. Oh, my God. So good. So good, because that makes it explode even more. Now it burns from the booze and it burns from the spice. And it goes all over the mouth. And it rekindles the spice, like from the get-go. It's so good. And now it's a different type of spice. And it's burning in the throat as well. Oh, my God. And then a ciggy. But I don't smoke no more. And then after that, a ciggy. That, there is nothing better than that on planet Earth. Nothing. That is umami. That is umami. You're very full. Then you take a rakia or a tequila or a vodka or a cognac or something, and then a cig. You just fucking, it just, Anyways, sorry for the interlude. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm trying out something new. Back to the news.
But there's also the economic interest.
Effectively leading U.S. foreign policy.
They want to do a Gaza-like effort on the main power centers in Iran to kill thousands of people, not just the core.
Upfront tackles the big issues only on Al Jazeera.
As the conflict in the Middle East escalates, Gulf nations are seeking new defense partnerships. Saudi Arabia and Qatar have signed deals with Ukraine to gain access to its drone expertise. Could other countries follow suit? And will it make a difference on the ground? This is Inside Story. Hello, welcome to the program. I'm Adrian Finnegan. Gulf countries have been bombarded by Iranian missiles and drones since the war began a month ago. They've used advanced air
You use every excuse to post that clip, don't you, motherfucker?
defense systems to counter the attacks. But these interceptor missiles are costly and they take time to manufacture. Ukraine, under near daily attack from Russia, has spent 4 years perfecting interceptor drones that can be produced quickly and cheaply.
So it begins. I mean, if Ukraine somehow manages to survive this war, it will become one of the greatest military expertise, private military contractor, military consultant, and just fucking straight up military manufacturing exporter on the planet, okay? Them and the Russians are now the most experienced frontline battlefield armies on the planet. That will have immense influence on the type of society they become politically after the war, but also the type of expertise that they can export and manufacture and develop, okay? Ukraine, if it survives this war in the current form that it is in, will become a very, very heavily militarized society. Very honor the fallen type of shit where past soldiers will take up very, very high positions in government and start stylizing the way they run the economy and the way they run the country in that fashion, in a more, let's say, hands-on, militant fashion. Call that whatever you want.
Gulf nations are now asking Ukraine to share its expertise. Saudi Arabia and Qatar have already signed defense agreements. If others reach similar deals, what could they offer Ukraine in return? And how beneficial are Ukrainian drones to Gulf countries under attack from Iran? We'll talk to our guests.
Thank you, Cuphead, for continuing the sub. Thank you very much.
Just a moment. But first, a report from Imogen Kimber.
Drones. A vital part of Ukraine's arsenal in its ongoing war with Russia. The drones intercept projectiles.
Basically, the military can see on the radar the Shahed drone, then they put out the P-1 Sun drone and deploy it right to the target. It can go with the speed up to 310 kilometers per hour, with the 17 minutes in the air and 35 kilometers range.
Each one costs less than $1,000. Which is cheap for air defences. The interceptor missiles used in the US Patriot system, and the manufacturer says they work. This particular interceptor...
So there you go. The market does find its way, especially in the military-industrial complex. What is the potential great benefit of buying these, especially if they're efficient? I don't know how efficient they are. Is because it balances out... the discrepancy in how much shit costs for you versus how much it costs for the enemy. The reason the Iranians strike the enemy's economy harder than they strike anything else is because for every single potentially hit target, the anti-missile and anti-drone technology used to take down the drone costs usually, 5 to 500 times, depending on what is used, more than how much it takes to make a Shahed drone, right? An Iranian lawnmower drone, basically. It's a flying lawnmower thing, right? So whenever you chuck it at someone, if it hits the target, okay, great. You damage their infrastructure. If it doesn't hit the target, okay, great. You made them pay 100 times more than how much you needed to pay for yours. So how does the market need to adapt to this? Well, you got to unironically make something that is hopefully cheaper than even the Shahed drone that can stop the Shahed drone, right? You got to find a solution that balances out this quote unquote inequality in war pricing. Let's call it that, right? And the Ukrainians and their military can offer the world basically exactly that type of expertise. Minimum pricing, maximum impact, because that's what that entire military has been running on for the last 4 years. So if they're good at something, it's maximizing damage per dollar, right? And that's why they're going to be so interesting when it comes to their future and military exports and everything.
Has downed more than 2,500 drones in the past 4 months.
So the P-1 Sun Interceptor is the fail-safe drone, to be honest. The percentage of successful rate...
Planet Mushi Mushi. Mushi Mushi. Thank you for the sub, baby.
It is roughly 80%. It's really easy to operate.
Designers are confident someone can be trained to use them in 3 weeks. And soon, Ukraine could be exporting drones like these, and the accompanying technology and expertise. During the war with the US and Israel, Iran has been launching missiles and drones at military bases, energy facilities, and civilian infrastructure in the Gulf. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has seen an opportunity and visited the Middle East this week. He signed an agreement on defense cooperation with Saudi Arabia.
Досвід наш дуже важливий.
Our experience is very important. Russia is definitely helping Iran. Ukraine provides countries with expert guidance on protecting civilian infrastructure and, above all, people.
Zelensky is also visiting Qatar and the United Arab Emirates. With US firepower and resources directed at Iran, there are fears funding may be diverted away from the war in Ukraine. So exporting low-cost defences could provide Kyiv with additional funds and possibly more advanced weapon systems in exchange. Imogen Kimber, Al Jazeera for Inside Story.
Let's bring in our guests. Here with me in the studio is Dalia Tafa. She's the Executive Director of the Gulf International Forum, a think tank based in Washington, D.C. Joining us from Kiev is Alexei Melnik, who's the co-director of the Razumkov Center, a Ukrainian public policy research institute. And from Moscow, Pavel Felgenhar, a defense and Russian foreign policy analyst.
Lele, that's why I love Al Jazeera. These guys are fucking insane. Al Jazeera they don't give a shit, dude. Holy shit. They unironically put a guy from Moscow and a guy from Kyiv in the same fucking room. That is wild. But then again, they also do it with Israelis as well. Make them into like lolcows often. Jesus, thank you, Mushi Mushi, for another gifting.
A warm welcome to you all. Pavel, let's start with you. Russia has invested years building ties with...
Just seeing this is crazy, that both of them also agreed to be on while they're going to be next to what is it? A Muscovite dog or a Chocholol pig. Let's see. Come on, I'm a Slav. I can use anti-Slav slurs, I guess. I don't give a shit. I owe nobody anything. But if you don't know, like the Russians call the Ukrainians pigs because that's the sound a person makes often when they're dying. It's very fucked up, and the Ukrainians call them muskals, like villagers from Moscow. Like you're not a real country. You're just peasants over there.
With Saudi Arabia and the rest of the Gulf. So how damaging is this Ukraine, Saudi, Qatar defense deal as far as Moscow's influence is concerned?
Well, this is really a serious problem because of, for Russia after the beginning, especially when the active phase of the war with Ukraine began in 22, severe sanctions were imposed by the West. The Gulf states become a very important outlet for Russia in terms of business, trade, lots of things are going through the Gulf states, and they, of course, didn't impose any sanctions, and there are personal ties with the leadership in the Kremlin. And so when now there's a very good visit to the Gulf by the Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, who Russia does not like at all, and he goes to Saudi Arabia, the Emirates, now Qatar, and apparently also has not simply trade deals, but defense deals, and Ukraine.
So halal means pig? No. It's usually followed with like imagery of pigs. But halal has everything to do with the haircut that Ukrainians used to have, you know. The crazy, like partly bald, like very intimidating looking haircuts. It's basically calling them savages. It's a classic. You know, one nation calling the other one savage.
Turns out to have influence.
Nothing original under the sun.
In the Gulf and in the Arab world that never had, that's seen as a very serious problem. In the beginning of this conflict with the Iranian war, there was the Ukrainians offered to supply anti-drone technology to the Americans. They were rebuffed publicly by President Trump, who said that American technology is the best and he doesn't need it, which was seen very good in Moscow. And now the kind of our Arab friends turn their back on us and go to Ukraine, and that's seen as a very serious problem.
Alexei, you've warned that there are more risks to Ukraine than benefits from the Middle East conflict. What worries you most right now?
First of all, it's a distraction of international attention from the Russian-Ukrainian war, international attention in general, and of the Donald Trump's administration, which pretends to play the main role as a mediator in the conflict resolution. And secondly, it's a general energy, global energy crisis, and the global competition for very essential items like air defense missiles. Because the United States of America is the major supplier of the Cpac-3 missiles for Patriot systems, which are able to intercept Russian ballistic missiles. So this is about the risks, and also as every crisis provides opportunities for Ukraine as well.
Dania, the Gulf states have long relied on Western defense systems. Is this deal really about plugging a capability gap, given that traditional systems that Alexei was talking about there, the Patriot missiles, are extremely expensive to use against?
I mean, okay, we can stop watching
low.
Because I already did all the analysis that these old fucks are going to give you in the next 30 fucking minutes. Too good at this game. Shortening my streams all the time because I go faster, better, stronger than the talking heads on big media. Very modest of me, right? Extremely modest. I'm not opening a Facebook link, my dear friend. But yes, it is the Obama dancing one, right? It is Le Obama Bunglar dance, Bungluru dance. News any percent speed run, yes. Ay. Thank you, Barry. Oh, Magic Mazda, thank you for your subs.
Propaganda weekend
which reminds
in Cuba.
Which reminds me, we have hit 1 hour and 30 minutes. Reminder to everybody to subscribe. Reminder that Gamba is on. Later we will spin the good old wheel. It is very, very fun. Thank you.
Blaming U.S.
Thank you, Mazda.
imperialism for why the Cuban people have lived mostly in poverty.
Whatever you donate, while Gamba is on, that is over 5 gift subs, you can spin for. Have some fun. Make the heart go dup, 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 and also double it and give it to chat.
For decades now. Piker became a multimillionaire here in this country thanks to American capitalism. Apparently he doesn't want anyone else in the world to have that experience that he so relishes. He has a lot of nice toys. Hassan and the rest of the crew mostly stayed at a 5-star Havana hotel with all of the spoils. It's a city I've been to. I know the hotel. It's very nice. The rest of Cuba, though, very, very bad and suffering in a nationwide blackout right now. Here was the young man's response.
Yeah, but why are they suffering a blackout? It doesn't have anything to do with what the Americans have been doing to them, does it?
Response to criticisms over that hypocrisy.
They're using the Cubans' electricity.
The thing that people were
check your privilege, white boy. The favorite and famous conservative argument: check your privilege, white boy. Okay.
Complaining about like the 5-star hotel, right? I found it really strange that they clipped me talking about it, and it's objectively the truth. The 5-star hotel is only one of the few hotels the U.S. government allows Americans to legally stay in. They're literally complaining that like these hotels are they have their own generators and they are able to keep the lights on. Yeah, because they're privately owned. That is the problem.
That's not the problem. If more stuff was privately owned, it'd probably be in a little bit better condition in that country, I'd imagine. Dropside News reporter Ryan Grimm also traveled to Cuba as well, reporting on all this. He's seen in this photo here. And Ryan joins us tonight, and it's good to have you back on the show. The Trump administration is trying to end a 70-year regime. It looks like...
Oh, my God. Do they know what they're doing? Do they know who they invited? They invited the fucking Punisher in a suit. They invited Ryan Grimm, the fucking Reaper, into their house, okay? He is about to violate them with a broomstick. I haven't watched this, but I know exactly what's going to happen. Why do they hate themselves? Why would you invite Ryan Grimm to news? Are you masochism on steroids? Okay, I mean, go ahead. Jesus Christ.
Like these guys, along with you there, are trying to help it survive. Am I missing something?
Wait, they're trying to do what?
Trying to help this regime survive.
Who is?
Piker, most of the people there. I'm wondering if yourself, along with them, are included in that.
Yeah, the group that went along brought about 50 tons worth of medical supplies and solar panels. That's right.
Medical supplies and solar panels, and a lot of sympathies for the regime that controls the country, I imagine.
So let me try to help out your viewers a little bit here.
All right.
How do you feel about the fact that when Americans travel to a foreign country, in this case Cuba, they are told specifically a list of hotels that they are allowed to stay in another country?
I went through it because when I went and stayed there, it was the same. I stayed in an Airbnb. I think if you have, if our country's trying to squeeze, our country's trying to.
What do you think of that?
I think our country's trying to end a regime that's been torturing people for a very long time, and they don't want to fund it.
Well,
they don't want us funding it by paying money to a communist-owned entity like a hotel.
So if their system of government is so awful, why not just let it fail on its own? Why do we have to blockade them? And how do you think,
they won't leave. They don't have elections. They won't leave power.
How do you think the United States economy would do if we cut off fuel for 3 straight months? No fuel has basically gotten into Cuba since the Venezuela operation.
Yeah, but I was there in 2019, Ryan, and it was still a horribly impoverished country. We're cutting off fuel to try and get this leadership out.
Yeah, and why was it a horribly impoverished country? Yes.
Out.
All because the regime is incredibly inefficient. You try and be efficient under an embargo for so long. The Cuban government is one of the most efficient governments on planet Earth because they managed to survive with said sanctions. And that is a hill that I'm fucking dying on. I've lived through an embargo. It took my pussy-ass government like 3 months to capitulate from an embargo. Okay, combined with bombing, though. Combined with bombing, Cuba isn't yet being bombed because they managed to push them off at the Bay of Pigs and in multiple other instances. But most countries that are embargoed for 2-3 years, gone. Okay, and I'm talking large countries. Especially 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. These guys have been embargoed for half a century. Most people currently alive in Cuba don't remember a time before the embargo. And yet they managed to not completely crumble and turn into Libya. Because most places which run on a purely free market economy that would have to go through that type of an embargo, it would unironically just lead to complete chaos. It would lead unironically to Unkapistan, but sanctioned. Cool argument you got, Nick. However, have you considered that the Cubans are brown and don't speak English? Therefore, their way of life is backwards and will never work. Thank you for coming to me Imperialism TED Talk. Absolutely, my friend. Cuba running on solidarity and spite. Yeah. Because Cuban imperialists went to the U.S. and started funding oppression in Cuba with U.S. dollars. Absolutely. I like how you think. That is one of my main arguments that I keep bringing up 24/7 here on the stream, and I'm trying to make as mainstream as possible. That fascists come in all shapes and sizes, and that one aspect of the American imperialist blowback effect is not only them coming back home and shooting up a bunch of people, it is also the elites that the United States creates abroad to run fascist governments, leading to the downfall of their fascist government, then migrating to the U.S. and then influencing the American government, sometimes even against its own interests, as a way to bring back their previous dynasty or, military dictatorship or any other subcategory of fascistic or, government organization type. It's a great point. Thank you. It's an important point. It's a point that goes under the radar, unironically, because people are racist. That's at least how I see it. That point goes under the radar because, American leftists, no joke, because American leftists, to an extent, think the only potentially scary fascist is, a white boy named Chad. Which, on paper, it sounds like, checking your white privilege. On paper, it sounds like understanding the overwhelming European imperialism as compared to imperialism of other nations from around the world, etc., etc. But that's only on paper. What it really shows is they don't really believe that, brown fascists not so scary, How much can they do? How much can they do? Well, they're currently the second in command in the United States fucking government. They helped one-day coup Venezuela. That's how fucking powerful they are. American right-wingers constantly talk about the destabilizing effect that immigration has on them, while at the same time having immigrants or children of immigrants that have fled because they used to be in different positions of leadership back home, unironically co-opting the American government and helping steer it in a direction that, of course, is in American interest to an extent, but more importantly is in the interest of their comprador class. Why don't they talk about those immigrants? Unironically, unhinged fascist infiltrators. They don't because, they agree on almost everything. It's like, what's the difference between a Cuban fascist and a American white supremacist? One thinks that, the swastika should go in this way, and the other one wants to, flip it, going in the other way. So yeah, it is. That's at least my reading of it. It is a form of Orientalism to imply that there is no strong and even independent fascistic movement that organizes by itself, that exists outside of the spectrum of the American State Department. The fuck. I was born there, and I'm proud to say I had free groceries, free cigarettes, free healthcare, free education, free transportation, and freedom of speech as well, because the only crackdown is on protesters who become violent. I was studying political culture in a classroom since 10 years old, a benefit that not many countries provide. Thank you very much for giving us your lived experience perspective. Thank you very much. But yeah, no, it's fascists always stick together, which is ironic because they're super prone to infighting. That's the mother of irony, isn't it? Why do you think that's the case? Why do you think that's the case?
There would be no place to hide if this government ever became a tyranny. If a dictator ever took charge in this country, there would be no way to fight back.
Fascism, 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 fascism.
Total tyranny.
Swear to God, I don't know what the fascism is. I don't know what the it is. Benito Mussolini.
It's not a simple word, but by the end of this video, I want to be able to communicate.
Hey, I mean, I wanted to answer this question so bad. I united a fucking Norwegian historian and an American streamer / political organizer to spend 40 hours every week talking about it. Fascism. So yeah, this looks like an interesting video. Plastic pills. I like the name as well. Fascism, Benito Mussolini. They stick together until it's no longer necessary, and then they start eating each other alive. Exactly. Exactly. Why do we lack the ability to do so? Why do we lack the ability to do a mass line? Why do we lack the ability to collaborate until revolution and then eat each other alive afterwards? Why do you think that is the case?
The sense of what the overused word, fascism, means right now. And that means I can't just write the definition on the screen.
A far right authorization on ultranalytic. Oh my God!
The meaning of fascism, it's not in the definition. It's in the sense.
Characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God.
And that's difficult to communicate, but if...
I think it's because in some part we're remaking the revolution. There's an easier answer to why we infight while the fascists do not. Because our analyses, especially when they disagree, are based on, not to sound nerdy, but dialectical materialist understanding and pitch to, Jesus, brain fog. So much brain fog. God damn it. The reason they can collaborate longer is because they make it up as they go along. The reason we often infight is because we can't make it up as we go along. And sometimes we have disagreements so heavy and large that we refuse to work with each other because we don't think we're on the same side. So the ability that the fascist has to ignore a core disagreement is much larger than we do, okay? Again, systemic problem. This is a systemic Marxian issue because there's too many schools of thought that all of them individually kind of make sense and are very difficult to compare because they've been applied throughout history in very different material conditions. But nonetheless, as one chatter very well put, we are kind of trying to redo past revolutions instead of adjusting for the current moment. So when adjusting for the current moment, we're constantly looking at the past, which is, understandable, and we're arguing with each other which particular approach makes the most sense to our current conditions. So that discussion and that continuous debate is, in my modest opinion, a contradiction of Marxian thought, because a true Marxist unironically believes in Darwinism of idea. Darwinism of revolutionary theory. What do I mean by this? The best one out of all of the ideas proposed when it comes to what kind of an approach to revolution is going to work is, guess what? The one that works. So staying from the side and like picking a favorite and really fucking picking it is un-Marxian because, my dear friend, you're putting all your money on a bet that you cannot cash, that has not even been played yet, let alone cashed. Right? So TLDR, you absolutely should have your favorite Marxian theoretician. You absolutely should have your little caste, your little tribe, your bunkerist fucking whatever. You should. But you should always leave a very large door open towards the possibility that another analysis is more appropriate for the conditions you find yourselves in when the time comes to co-opt crisis into revolution, because only in a few spots have revolutions been something that you spontaneously create. How many times do I have to say this? Revolution is the process of co-opting a moment of crisis away from barbarism and towards class society. So don't be static, as the chatter beautifully put. Have your own principles, have your own particular perspective. Believe that your particular analysis is the correct one. Fight for it. If you genuinely think it is, God bless. But if one day crisis knocks and another still Marxian pitch has a better approach to seizing the day, you should go with that one. That is not lacking of principle. That is having the ability to adapt. What are you telling? Dogmatism is anti-Marxist. How dare you? Yes, my dear friend. It is. Everything I'm saying right now, most people will call revisionist. Okay, I'm a revisionist. Somehow I am a revisionist by applying dialectical materialism to my analysis of which particular Marxian school of thought is the correct one. How incredibly revisionist. That I'm applying Marxist thought to how we pick the winning idea. Incredibly revisionist. No, my friend, that is as orthodox Marxist as you can fucking get. But no, okay, no, I'm a revisionist. God bless. I am. It's not a dirty word. I'm a revisionist because I don't want my socialist state to look like fucking Albania by Enver fucking Hoxha. Yes, incredibly revisionist. Then I am. If that's what it means to be revisionist, I am fucking revisioning 24/7. I am revisioning so hard.
Basis with several waves. I think today it's been I think it's the 85th wave that was launched towards Israel. The Iranians dealt with this war in a different way. President Trump wanted it as a limited war meant to...
We have hit the second hour chat. Cuphead, tell me if anybody wanted to gamba. I would like to remind you to support the show. Let's get as close as possible to our target. We only have 2 more Westerners that need to pay their taxes so that we hit the 30. Isn't that going to be satisfying as hell to see on the screen? Yeah. And everybody with 5 gift subs or more can Gamba, which is always incredibly fucking fun. Oh my God, no, not him. Anybody but him. My power levels are too weak for him. No. Scariest motherfucker. Oh my God, and I owe you spins, don't I? Oh my God. Oh my God, how many spins do I owe you, rascal? Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm shitting bricks. Let's first spin for our previous friends. Planet Mushy had 10 on red. Planet Mushy, 10 on red. Let us spin 10 on motherfucking red for Planet Mushy. Rascal, I'm shitting bricks, man.
16. Red,
congratulations. 10 from Planet Mushy, the first victory in Gamba for the day. My knees are starting to tremble. For now, I think it's 2-1 for Ugopnik. Congratulations. Congratulations, Afghan Nation. Thank you very much, Planet Mushy. Next, we got Crispin with 5 on red. I repeat, Crispin with 5 on red. Let me play the background. Crispin with 5 on red. Crispin with 5 on red. We spin, we spin, we spin. Crispin, 5 on red.
20.
All praise
Black
Jesus.
even.
Jesus, thank you, God. Crispin, 5 on red. Thank you kindly, Crispin. Better luck next time. Then we have 5 Magic Mazda on odd. Magic Mazda with a 5 on odd. 5 on odd going once, 5 on odd going twice. And we spin, 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 spin. Hard goes.
25. Red, odd. You win.
You win. Congratulations, Afghan Nation. Congratulations, Crispin. What a beautiful name and what a beautiful victory. Congratulations, chat. Here you go, my friends. Wait, why are my subs so expensive? It's fucking weird. Oh, no, they're not. They're discounted. I think you said to do the 60 from the other day, but it was past Gamba, so I'm not fussed. Also, I'll put the 20 on red. Out of respect to our VIP, I remember it was past, but out of respect to you, I will gift you a 30 on top of these 20. Okay, my brother? As respect from my casino to your pocket. Yes, brother? Okay, so I put 30 on your 20. Yes, brother? Put 30 on your 20. Put 30 on your 20. I think you said I could do the 60 from the other day, but it was past Gamba, so I'm fast. So 50. Sounds good? Want to put respect on my boy. What did you say? You want red. Oh my God, you always win on red. 50 subs, a VIP spin. Let's hear it from the girls, boys, and NBs as you sit on Rascals. Both thick thighs, okay? Everybody looks at Rascal. He's a high roller. He is sexy. He puts crazy amounts of money on red, so much so that the casino even gives him some chips for free. The place goes quiet. Very quiet. And they spin. Oh.
One red, odd. You win.
Fuck you! Go fuck yourself. I love you. Thank you very much. Everything is good. Oh, let's give him another 30. That's what a polite casino does. Bravo. Congratulations to our ultimate VIP at this casino, Rascal, for once again duping our fine establishment and getting out with crazy money. Good for you. The rigged kids are very quiet. Son of a bitch. Bravo, Rascal. Bravo.
And then the sounds of explosions started, and immediately he got a phone. There was somewhere near his house hit. His mother was alone. He had to rush to his mother because the glass shattered all around. So this is how people are living their lives. They go.
Oh my God, I'm getting a raid from lesbian hot sauce. Lesbian hot sauce. Everybody go and follow. Seriously, lesbian hot sauce. If you're not following my dear friend of the show, dear friend of this community, member of this community, lesbian hot sauce, then you don't like lesbians, or even worse potentially, okay, an even greater sin, you don't like hot sauces, which is actually, that would make you actually insane. So thank you very much, Lesbian Hot Sauce, for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. I hope you had a great time. Lebanese hot sauces.
To their work in the morning, they go to the malls, even though these days it's the Nowruz holidays in Iran.
Go follow right now.
However, we can see people in the streets, people in the shops, people in the malls. So they are normalizing. However, there is a very heavy toll. Let me just give you quick numbers. 2,000 people killed at least. I'm quite sure the number is higher than.
You missed me losing 50 on a gamba roll, man. Rascal, how did that feel, brother?
This now. 92,000 civilian units, including 30,000 in Tehran only, were destroyed or partially destroyed. 290 healthcare centers, 600.
Why are you thanking Rascal? He's pissing in my mouth. What? Felt as good as it usually does, motherfucker.
Schools, 17 Red Crescent centers.
Rascal, are you Noel? No, you're from
20,000
Britain. No, you said you're from Britain.
Business, any kind of commercial, business, industrial places, infrastructure were hit. So this is how this is having its own impact on people on daily basis. However, they don't have any other choice but to continue their lives.
Indeed. Noor, you mentioned this earlier, Israel military operation in southern Lebanon. They've really pushed in and invaded southern Lebanon to try and wipe out Hezbollah effectively. That hasn't worked in the past. Is that likely to be at all different this time around?
Well, I mean, not when it comes to wiping out Hezbollah or the stated promise or objective of the Israeli government. Remember, Netanyahu in 2024 in November had declared to the Israeli public that Israel was victorious, that it had.
Okay, they're just milking this. We covered everything that we could cover when it comes to the war in like 20 minutes. We haven't watched a good works video in 7 million years, and it's about why fun tech jobs went extinct. I would argue they never existed, but they're starting to go extinct. Are you in a tech job, and how scared are you about losing it from 1 to 10, and you can only vote above 7 because that's the level you should be afraid of? At the very minimum. I mean, not generally. Now I'm speaking out of my ass. Not all tech jobs are going to get, swallowed up by this pathetic excuse they at this point have for automation. But a combination of automation, outsourcing being a better case than ever, and employers just wanting to be pieces of shit and not pay you anything is a dangerous concoction. I love how some of you are at 8 and 9 and others are at 0. Tech in a hospital, 0. What? I'm talking like programmers. You guys are programmers telling me 0? That's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. I mean, good for you. I think you're a little bit optimistic, but I wish you all the best. I hope you don't lose your job. You are fellow proletariats, but still. We no longer live in a world where Google tells you that it's chill to not come into work and that they love you and will pay you 3 times how much you make. Now we live in a world where Google is developing highly targeted drone killer swarms and want to automate every single employee out of the equation. I'm at a 9 because people just give shit to me and tell me to fix it. Best tech job ever. Less worried about automation than the impending recession. Yeah, and usually what comes with recession is outsourcing. A lot of countries like Central, Eastern, Southern European currently have like a lot of high-paying tech jobs, but not because they necessarily developed their own version of Silicon Valley, not necessarily because they are developing products locally or services that they then sell and so on. Instead, they're just outsourcing hubs.
for the real Silicon Valley or for some other country, right? So once you turn more into a consumer society and a society where, cheap labor exists, they start moving away. And combine that with automation, it is very dangerous, because the company that is already employing you, that outsourced in order to employ you instead of some American, is a company that is very, 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 very open-minded, let's call it, about cutting labor costs whenever it can, 24/7. So if they fired Chad from New Jersey to hire you in Zagreb, if they can fire you in Zagreb in order to hire a filthy, nasty, dirty clanker, they're gonna hire a nasty, dirty, filthy clanker, right? Self-employed, I have a contract in China just in case. That's good. We now notice that you has a mustache. Yes, I have mustache. I have a big beard. I have a beard. Not too big, but a beard.
Soldier, I mean subscriber.
Mustache. But here you don't see, like, it connects. You see it connects. So it's not just a stash. I got a beard. I never had the balls just for the stash. I think people would make fun of me here too much, and I'll get too self-conscious if I just had a stash. Everybody would be like, oh, you look like grandfather. What the fuck, man? Look at this guy. He is grandpa maxing. What the fuck? Because it doesn't have, like here, it doesn't have the, hipster aesthetic or, this guy's edgy aesthetic. Here it's, my fucking grandfather over there. What the fuck, man? Hey, grandfather, you need some money for groceries? Do the beard, no stash. Do Chechen maxing. Dagestan maxing. Does anyone ever recognize you IRL? Yes. My company literally just did that, hiring in Poland and Tlui, but then pivoted to India because it was cheaper. There you go. Those Indians are going to make some money for a couple of years, and then they're going to automate them. 2-3 years, Dagestan beard, yes. Okay, let's watch this guy. He's a fun guy.
Of my young
Today's stream is very lovely. We had very nice conversations today.
Caucasian life, Silicon
And some fun gamba, because fucking motherfuckers murdering me.
Valley has been a whimsical candy land of office ping pong, fuchsia nap pods, and surprisingly boring threesomes with the Winklevoss twins behind the kombucha tap. But lately, the big swinging pendulum of tech culture has swung noticeably back in a significantly more hardo direction. I should know, because they post about it all the time.
Been going harder than ever. I don't have time to sit and relax.
In San Francisco, you're very high status if you work very hard.
My day usually kicks off around 4:30 in the morning.
I literally just pulled a couple of 12-hour stays.
All the companies I was interviewing with were like, we work 7 days a week in office, or like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
SF tech workers are working Saturdays.
In a typical week.
Hi, Reed TOS. Thank you for the 10, you beautiful motherfucker. It's a great name, dude.
I work pretty much every waking hour.
92 hours per week.
I'm either sleeping or around the people that I work with.
Well, some of us have the balls to sleep with the people we work with.
Fuck that guy. Like, I know I'm supposed to show some sort of, I don't know, was he a proletariat? Corgi co-founder. Oh, no, he's not. He's a capitalist, filthy animal. But nonetheless, like, he's lying. All of us can say this. You know how somebody says, I had people tell me this. Like, you have a dream job, an easy job, but I'm sure it's very hard because you got to think about it all the time. Like, you never clock off, which is a very kind thing to say. It's a very kind thing to say. And it's true. I never clock off. I have days when I have, like, just the whole day, like from waking up to going to bed, it's involved in some digital project that I'm fucking doing. Okay? But then I stop myself and I just say, the fuck, oh Jesus, shut up. And I say, Motherfucker, that's every job. 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 The fact that you literally physically clock out, apologies, not clock off, clock out and then go home does not mean you're still not thinking about work nonstop. It doesn't mean that you're not constantly not thinking about how to be more efficient, how to make more money, how to fix the problem you have with the boss. Everybody's constantly thinking about this shit. They just low-key brainwashed us into thinking that, the CEOs and managers, they never clock out because they, what's it called? Because their job is so meta. They got to continuously think about it. It's just that they think that their job is harder than poor people's jobs. Absolutely. So what I'm trying to say is don't accept this point or argument that they have it so much harder because they keep thinking about it. Because with all due respect, I've managed a lot of people and I've also carried heavy shit on my back. And there is one of those two that is objectively far more straining both on the physical and mental aspects of your everyday life. So when they tell us they got more stress, they got more this, they got more that, motherfucker, let me give you 2 big sacks of bricks for you to carry up 5 flights of stairs and then back for a couple of days, 7-8 hours a day. 6-7 hours a day. And let's talk about how fucking stressful a PMC job is. Come on. Let's be serious here, please. Please.
But I digress. So what happened? What compelled this new...
Nothing more stressful than never making enough money too. Absolutely. And exactly that feeling makes you continuously think about money, which makes you continuously think about work 24/7 because you're constantly trying to find a way to make more money, enough money so that you don't have to think about money. Most people really want money not because they want flashy stuff, but because they want to be able to afford to not think about money. A famous philosopher said this, I can't remember who. I am stealing thoughts now. Second thoughts. The best part about having this job, and I told you guys last time when we hit 5,000, is now I make as much as I made from the corporate job from streaming, and I can, I don't have to think about money, which is the greatest pleasure of all time, ever. Right? But, you know what I mean when I say I don't have to think about money, and, it lasts 3 days and then a new expense comes. But yeah. I can definitely relax 10 times more than I could 5 years ago when money was everything I was thinking about. The lumpenization of the working class through more work plus less pay. Beautifully put.
New generation of baby-faced nerds to suddenly start grinding their dicks off. It's time to take a look-see. If you're looking for a job at a high-flying tech startup today, it won't be uncommon to find descriptions demanding you work 12-plus-hour days, 6 or 7 days a week. This is a noticeable shift from the tech culture of the open office scene, a 10-year period during the Obama years when Silicon Valley-type companies were dominated by the stupidest office amenities that could be conjured by the great millennial brain.
Facebook has the classic Silicon Valley office style. There are games to give your brain a rest from programming, or you can ripstick and work on a knotty coding problem at the same time.
We have open climbing time that's free for employees or interns.
The rooms Google has created include ski gondolas in the Zurich office, a pub-like meeting room in Dublin, and a sidewalk cafe in Istanbul.
No workplace is complete without a nap pod.
This is a conference room in here.
What a different era, dude. What a different era.
The idea behind this is the employees should own their individual space and be as creative as possible, and we shouldn't get in the way.
Yes, what a dream it must have been to get laid off by some crisscross applesauce 20-something inside of the Android mascot play place.
A big turning point was the day that Elon Musk took over Twitter.
now known as X, and declared this was going to be a hardcore work environment, and anyone who didn't want to sleep under their desk could just quit now.
Margaret O'Mara is a professor.
Yeah, they pitched it as an ideological thing. It wasn't about you actually being efficient at work. They wanted us to go back to a time in which we all LARP far more about how hardworking we are. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, the main thing that these CEOs started getting pissed off about is not getting social capital from being a manager or a boss. What kind of social capital? The social capital that feels like you're the boss, right? Like they getting all the real capital is not enough. Being able to control people's lives as a petty dictator inside of your own corporate space is not enough. Because now they're too happy, man. They're too chill. They're not even too happy. They're just too chill, right? They don't shake when they see me. You know, they can call out words like harassment. I don't like that. I want to be my own little banana republic dictator, and I want to do whatever the fuck I want. So I insist that you start LARPing hard work, or I will get you fired. Unironically, this has been the game dev life forever. Absolutely. They should own their place, but can't own their means of production, but can't own their means of production. SMH sounds like something is missing. Work hard as a coder at Microsoft so Bill Gates can sneak his wife some penicillin. Good take, I agree. They managed to make them be okay with working harder through the startup culture. Yeah. Yep.
And historian of Silicon Valley. And the man that she is referring to is Elon Reeve Musk, a South African internet personality born in 1971.
That kind of gave permission for other companies to swing away from a kind of kinder, gentler capitalism, let's call it, and say, yeah, if we're going to really be, really compete, let's get down to basics. Let's work on developing and shipping product, and that's going to require a lot of hard work.
Indeed, when it comes to what some young startup employees have called the Great Lock-in, Elon may actually have just been the last straw to, how you say, gag the camel. But it's not just Musk that's got these keyboard warriors sweating it out.
There's another dynamic going on in San Francisco too called escaping the permanent underclass. And it's this idea that the gains of the AI boom are going to go to a top few and everybody else is going to live in virtual serfdom.
Yeah, I love that. That's such a PMC analysis. I hate doing PMC analysis because it hits too close to home. Because throughout my professional career, I was a PMC, but with proletarian class consciousness. So I'm always like, you're stereotyping us. Like the fact that we work in corporate does not necessarily mean that we love serving capital. It's just that our game's better and we figured out a way to work less for more. Yeah, I'm kidding. But this particular analysis is because it's all is class relations. It's a true analysis, but where does it come from? So a bunch of people that could make a very decent amount of living by being programmers, by being coders, by being, these techies inside of this sector, fucking absolutely adored it when they were making more than nurses and doctors and everyone and shit because, that's how the world works, baby. Efficiency, Uber alles. My job, my profession is rarer. That's why I make more than you. Free market, let's fucking go. Efficiency, Uber alles. But now somebody's coming for their paycheck through AI automation. And all of a sudden they're starting to develop class consciousness because unironically, these PMCs are getting hit by late-stage capitalism, which eventually will consider every single one of us de facto inefficient and unnecessary for the production of commodities or services. It's always fun to notice. This is not like, I don't know, complex analysis or something. It's just, it's a very, very fun thing to notice. When there's a subgroup in capitalism that is not necessarily a capitalist, but it gets more treats because they're kind of a little bit more important to the capitalists, or, they're rare enough for the capitalists to pay a little bit more attention to them and give them more treats so that they're slightly happier, right? It's very fun when that group of people, which I'll say it very openly, very understandably allies itself with capitalists because it's where the fucking interests lie. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's literally the electrics. But it's funny to notice when they start switching sides. Call of Duty, switching sides. Like, it's very like, come on, man. Weren't you telling me about the prospects of the free market a week ago before you got banned and, replaced by ChatGPT 17? Like, are all corporate white-collar workers PMC? Some Marxists would say yes. Some Marxists would say that baristas are not working class. Do you guys notice that? I'm pretty sure you notice that at some jobs. That's going to be objectively like I will recruit them, I will help recruit them, but it will be very funny when it happens to the petit bourgeois. And it's starting. Don't get me wrong. It is very much so starting. In the United States of America, petit bourgeois business owners will not exist in a couple of decades. There will not be a thing that you can think of. Starting a business will be more expensive than buying a house with a normal person's income today in the States, okay? An unattainable goal for anybody. Mom and pop businesses are going to be like museum installations. That is why sometimes it's a joke that it's if you're petit bourgeois, long term, your interests are close to ours. Like long term, you're our guy, bro. They're gonna fuck you too, man. Recategorize and ally yourself with the proletariat before it's too late, and we group you with the other guys, and the other guys, go and study for a very long time in very nice publicly funded institutions. Working class puritanism is so annoying. It is so annoying. It is so fucking stupid. I've unironically heard a guy say that one DJ friend of ours can't be a communist because he makes crazy money. He does make crazy money, but he makes crazy money by playing sets at concerts. That's our guy. What the fuck is wrong with what? How is that not a pro? What the fuck? So yeah, the direct correlation between making cash and and he's a hardcore commie. It's literally what Sotsdems here say. It's insane. Yeah, that's my most insane example. When the guy was like, the DJ can't be a communist. I was like, well, okay, the DJ is a class enemy. I'm like, why? He's like, because he takes 10K per concert, euros, which is a lot of money and good for him. But I'm like, what? Who is he fucking? What? It's not like he has 40 employees that are DJing for him, and he never shows up to the concert, and he just takes 80% of that money. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't think you read the book, bro. The classic yesterday I showed it. I don't think you read the book, bro. I don't think you know what working class means, bro. There are 3 classes: capitalists, proletariats, and DJs. Also, who will play music in the background as we invade Wall Street? We need a DJ.
Is a reporter for the San Francisco Standard covering tech culture in Silicon Valley who introduced me to some very chill-sounding ideas.
Some tech founders I meet are kind of like, I need to work really hard right now so I can escape the permanent underclass, and they truly believe that that's the direction the world is going in.
Now, I don't know if any of you folks have heard of something called AI, but it's a technological development that is causing the great people of San Francisco to go bat fucking insane. There's a belief spreading across certain sects of the valley that once AI gets smart enough, it will divide the world into two groups: a permanent underclass of unemployed people who have had their jobs taken over by artificial intelligence, and a small group of super rich people who built the one super...
There you go. Literally, people in the tech sector starting to look at class dynamics because it finally came for them. Like, I'm not calling them hypocrites. God bless. Most people get class consciousness when, they feel class warfare on their own neck. But it is funny to point out, the same Johnny, the senior developer, who never, ever took you seriously whenever you would bring up class analysis, right? Whenever you would bring class up in the conversation. Now, all of a sudden, people are like, man, this AI shit is crazy, man. There's going to be like the super wealthy, and then like the people that don't have anything is going to be so scary, man. And you're like, yeah, we've been talking about this for 300 years. Oh, my God. 200, but yeah.
AI to rule them all for the rest of time. And while all this sounds like a shitty YA novel set to turn into...
I didn't think the class war would hit my suburbs. And I didn't think that you would not hit me with one more Western tanks to hit the 30, baby. Okay, as we hit the second hour and 30 minutes chat, let's get that oil in before I have to bail. Let's get that oil in. I want my HORMUZ opened up again.
To an even shittier...
Let's gamba, let's spin that wheel of fortuna.
Movie, there are admittedly some objective reasons an anxious young software engineer might come to this conclusion. Like how right now the big tech kahunas keep firing people and blaming the layoffs on advances in artificial intelligence, while dozens of AI startups are turning their founders into billionaires.
You're constantly being fed the narrative by these big companies like Microsoft saying we're replacing a bunch of our early to mid-level engineers with AI, right?
I should have fucking guessed. Oh my God, the two swinging dicks at the same time, for fuck's sakes. Oh my God, why are you swinging your dick at me? Oh my God. Thank you. We have reached our target for the week. Thank you very, very much, Catherine. Thank you very, very much, our rascal. Fucking 50 and 25. That's fantastic. Catherine, will you have mercy on me because I know rascal will not? Or will you bitch slap me with a huge cock? I am referring to the gumbo, of course, my friend. And it's very nice to see you. You just walked in and you just dropped the 25? Crazy motherfucker. Cuphead, this is against your financial interests as well. What are you doing? Not even the Iran war can stop this channel's Oilers. Absolutely not. Rascal as well. My friend, I know what your choice is going to be. And God bless you, and I'm extremely grateful for the subscriptions, of course. But I know what your choice is going to be. Of course it's red. Jesus Christ. something, because, Well played, sir. Look me in the eyes. No. Real recognize real. Handshake. I genuinely really want to buy you beer. Like, no joke. Or whiskey or vodka or whatever you like. Gafficus, 1,000 biddies for the wedding. Thank you very much, Gafficus. Somebody gift a sub to Gafficus. Dropping 1,000 like that. We should remove Cuphead's conscience. She'd be dude. Cuphead just wrote a really, really good article. I've read half of it on why money basically isn't real. But when she comes into chat, she's like, I want all of the non-real money. Ay, man. This is the type of high that we will have to close today's stream with, though, because I can't afford to get murdered by Rascal. No, that's not it. I gotta go and publish the new reaction episode, okay? So, I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to go and actually publish it right now. Going to go and actually publish it right now. And I will send you to go
Imagine
using AI. Imagine having AI everywhere. You using AI. The Dr. Jihad episode is now live on YouTube. And the Dr. Jihad episode is now live on podcast platforms. And a clip that does use visuals is going to be live in 2 hours and 10 minutes. There we go. Scheduled. So, enjoy. And thank you to everybody. I got to go to a birthday as well after that. You has to go dye his stash. Lou, you motherfucker. I love how 30 people from the stream actually left the second I said it was live. That is so cute. What's this? This guy's my favorite comedian.
Family businesses out there these days, which is why I'm very excited to announce that Grandpa Willie's Cream Pies is opening up a second facility. Cream pies have kept my family going for generations. My dad taught me how to cream pie. His dad taught him. And me and my wife are very excited to show our kids how to do a proper cream pie. With this new facility, we're going to be offering new flavors, such as double stuffed and my wife's favorite, chocolate.
Oh, come on, motherfucking shit, son of a bitch. Chat, go and listen. 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 Okay? The Reaction Podcast on YouTube and on every, platforms. Asmongold, Episode 3, featuring Hassan motherfucking Abi. And I will not raid because I'm sending you there. Play it in the background. There's going to be highlights for those of you who have a smaller attention span. Make sure to share it with your friends. Like it, comment, let the algorithm like it, and we'll take it from there. God bless you. God bless your mother. God bless Rascal and all the other Oilers, for they hold up the entirety of the sky. God bless my phenomenal, insane producer. God bless my equally insane motherfucking moderators. Thank you, Anaconda. Thank you, Amazon. Thank you, Planet Mushi. Thank you, as always, Kubashi. And I will see you on Monday. Okay? Now I'm going to go upload things everywhere and then go to a birthday. Bog s nami, mi narkomani. Bog s nami, mi narkomani. Ciao.